The media is in a collective denial, and the media now is working with the White House administration to push back against a wave of cheap, fake videos showing President Biden being confused, stuttering, stammering, looking like a man lost. Now, I take no joy in really talking about this segment because when it comes down to people in their 80s, as they preach, as they go further and on this world we call Earth, we all start to deteriorate. It's going to happen to me. It's going to happen to everybody. That's just a way of life. But Biden and the way he's been composing himself is exhibiting clear signs. The evidence is there of mental decline. All right. Alzheimer's, dementia. He's not cognitively there. And somebody who's supposed to be running for the highest office of the land, I think we could all universally agree we want them to be competent. We want them to be self-aware of their environment. Now, some old people are still sharp as they were way back when they were in their prime, but that doesn't happen to everybody. And Biden does not look like, in any which shape or form, that he is very well aware. I mean, of course, the media and White House officials are saying that Biden is on point. But I want to pull up this video here of Matt Orfalea. Yes, shout out to Matt Orfalea, who always seems to trigger the libs. But this video is showing, again, why the White House is trying to do everything it can to make Biden look like he's competent. Because the media and the Democratic administration of Joe Biden are working together to control a narrative. But the problem is corporate media, Democrats, vote blue no matter who, is that everybody sees this. And I've talked about this on the show. And this is a huge concern because how is it that we are in charge of a global superpower? The United States should be a global superpower, yet we have this completely weak and inept fool leading us. So let's play this video.
Factcheck.org labeled a Joe Biden video partly false because it was, quote, deceptively edited to make him appear lost. However, the video was not deceptively edited and nothing in the video was false. The reason Joe Biden appears lost in the video is because Joe Biden is literally, by definition, lost. Biden began his speech by greeting the wrong community center.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Kingswood Community Center. Actually, that's the one down I used to work. As a joke. You didn't know where we were anyway.
He's speaking at William Hicks Anderson Center, not Kingswood.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Nobody thought it was a joke.
Welcome to Kingswood Community Center.
It was just really awkward.
Actually, that's the one down I used to work. As a joke. You didn't know where we were.
You know what I also got to say about this video? Is wow. Look at that stellar crowd. Everybody showing up to see Joe Biden. Those bleachers are just so full of people. People who want to stop Donald Trump. Hey, Democrats, you do realize that Trump is able to fill up stadiums, right? And no, this is not a praise of Trump or endorsement of it. You got to call it like how you see it. And Trump brings in crowds upon crowds of people. Biden, look at that stellar performance right there.
Anyway.
Factcheck.org then argues the video was false for not including the rest of this sentence.
It's great to be here and back at a place where.
But Joe Biden never finished the sentence himself.
It's great to be here and back at a place where I want to thank Wayne Jefferson for having us here at Hicks Anderson Center. I've been from Delaware.
After accusing the video of editing out the end of a sentence that was never completed in the first place, Fact Check reprimands the video for cutting together clips of Biden's awkward pauses. It's true that the video edited out material to highlight Biden's sleepy pauses. But the mere fact the video spliced together Biden's uhs is hardly justification for labeling the video false. The fact checker suggests...
Who fact checks the fact checkers? It's us. The reason why I do this show is not only to give my analysis and commentary, but it's also because we now have to read the news to shake out the lies. We have to now go over what is being reported to us and investigate what is truly being covered up. The media's job is to lie to the people, or either that, give us a cliff note about what's going on in the world for today, and then expect us not to question or ask why things are the way they are. Why are politicians being presented in such a wonderful light in corporate media? And of course, all of corporate media has its biases, and occasionally corporate media, once in a rare blue moon, will do its job, in theory. But for the most part, what are we seeing right now by large media outlets? Oh, Biden's just fine. Biden's there. They might do an article here and there about his mental health, but they will always add in, oh, behind the scenes, Biden's on point. Well, gee, I would love to see this Joe Biden who is on point asking questions, because to me, it doesn't look that way. Because after he's done speaking, I'm assuming they're quickly going to take him to bed, give him his medicine or something. The man can't stay in front of cameras for far too long. And even when he is giving his speech, or when he does like some sort of major event, one must wonder if they're giving him a cocktail of, anything to boost up his stamina, his ability to be cognitive. One has to question that. It can happen. But look at what factcheck.org is saying. They're trying to say, like, no, Biden's not lost. He's not confused. Tell me, folks, let's have democracy in the chat. Do you trust factcheck.org? Type 1 for yes, Kit. They're authentic. They're on point. And they're the ones who go through the lies. I don't need anyone. I don't need to think for myself. Factcheck.org can do it for me. I type 2, no, I don't trust factcheck.org, because they do more lying too, just like the corporate media.
The video should have included a written notification to tell viewers that it was edited. But why should it when all the edits are available for everyone to see in plain sight? There's no fancy graphics or editing tricks hiding the edits from the audience. The video didn't alter the meaning of any words or statements. So then what's the logic for calling it false and suppressing it? Factcheck.org labeled it false simply for being edited. But if editing material to focus on smaller parts, even small pauses, makes a video partly false, then all videos on Facebook deserve that label too. After all, literally every video clip and soundbite is taken from a larger context. Even if a video wasn't edited in a digital video editor, every video presents an edited reality with at least 2 cuts, a start and an end point. For example, PBS's coverage of Biden's otherwise full remarks omitted Biden's embarrassing moment at the beginning. Print journalism is inherently edited too. Fact-check itself used editing when quoting Joe Biden, making Biden appear far more clear and concise than he actually was.
Wow. Don't you see? It's now our job to read between the lines. It's our job to see different videos and points of view. Folks, there's no easy way to say it. It is our social responsibility to be our own fact checkers. And this is why I say to all of you, look at all different sources and points of view. You don't have to agree with the commentator or analysis or perspective, but it is important to be very worldly and to see what is out there, what is being presented, so that you yourself are informed to help others be informed as well.
Does this mean that factcheck.org should be labeled partially false information and suppressed on Facebook too? F you, Matt. You're making my fall off.
God damn it, Matt Orfala. Not to mention, Hardlands Media wants to take pride that we have pronounced his name correct and properly since the very beginning. Everybody else got it wrong. Also, I want to pull up this video here because we're not done yet with fact checking. LOL, this fact checking thing has gone too far. Top video unedited, bottom video camera switch. So I played this video a while ago. It's where Obama had to grab Joe and say, listen, Joe, time to drag you off stage. And here's the bottom video. So let's go ahead and play it. I have it muted because copyright music, but here we go. Top video, there is Biden right there. Bottom video, pay close attention because top video showing Biden being confused, standing there on stage. But the bottom video zooming on out because you don't want to focus on the president looking confused. All right, Joe, let's go. Let's go, Joe. I got to be clear. You're looking like a senile goat. Who are you, sir? What's going on? And they did the edit of the Biden Harris logo. But there's Obama still saying, don't you know, Joe? You used to be my VP. I have to pee? No, come on. I dumped my pants. Who crapped my pants? Somebody changed Joe's boxers and briefs. But it's more than just Joe Biden looking senile and confused. I know I saw the chat in the live stream show Joe Biden barking at reporters. Now listen, I think we've all seen our fair share of presidents throughout our lives, but I've never seen a president act like this. He had a senile moment just to bark like a dog. Barking at the reporters. Now, of course, the media will spin it as, oh, Joe Biden was just having fun with all the questions being hurled at him. But one has to wonder, why would you do that when already the perception is that you're not all there? Just one more time, in case you're just tuning in right now, Joe Biden barking like a dog in front of the press. And he's laughing like, ha, 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 ha. But there's more of Joe Biden malfunctioning. If you can understand what he's saying here in this speech, please, 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 I beg you, tell me.
Thanks to all the members of Congress and Homeland Security Secretary. I'm not sure you're going to
Look at that idiot who can't even grill a burger, Chuck Schumer. Yeah, Chuck, I decided not to talk about you, but I got to tell you, who the hell puts raw cheese on a raw burger? That's not how you grill, boy. Oh, Chuck Schumer, man, sometimes these Democrats just piss me off, man.
Thanks to all the members of Congress and Homeland Security Secretary. I'm not sure you're going to understand. Thanks to all the members of Congress.
And then finally, well, not finally, because look, here it is. The White House press secretary. The videos of Biden clearly losing it are all cheap fakes and manipulated. Folks, before I play this video, do you think all the videos I showed you are cheap, fake, and manipulated? You think that video I showed of Matt Orfalea is wrong and is not accurate? Type 3 for yes, Kit. Here's the thing. You right now need to realize that you're being a very bad person. These videos are just smearing Biden. He's on point and he's sharp, you awful man. Type 4, nah, man, these videos are real. I can't believe we're living in this timeline. And yes, folks, it's not the worst timeline. It's just the most disappointing timeline.
There seems to be a sort of rash of videos that have been edited to make the president appear especially frail or mentally confused. I'm wondering if the White House is especially worried about the fact that this appears to be a pattern that we're seeing more often.
Yeah, and I think you all have called this the cheap fakes video, and that's exactly what they are. They are cheap fakes video. They are done in bad faith, and some of your news organization have been very clear, have stressed that these the right wing critics of the president have.
It's all right wing, everything. So everything's right wing. A video showing Biden being senile, right wing. A video of Joe Biden barking, right wing. A video of Joe Biden looking confused as the parachutists jump in and he's wandering off. And the Italian prime minister, bless her heart, had to drag him back in. That's right wing. Stubbing your toe, right wing. Spilling your coffee, right wing. You watching Hard Lens Media, you're so right wing. Everything's right wing.
Credibility problem because of the fact checkers have repeatedly caught them pushing misinformation, disinformation, and so we see this, and this is something coming from your part of the world, calling them cheap fakes and misinformation. And I'll quote the Washington Post, where they wrote about this, and they said how Republicans use misleading videos to attack Biden in a 24-hour period. And to their credit, we have a conservative Washington Examiner did call them out.
Now, look, there's Joe Biden like looming in close to the Pope. Now, I saw that photo and just the way the Pope is looking at Biden, it's like, man, are you all there upstairs? Because it doesn't look that way.
Out as well, calling out the New York Post. Ironically, several recent sheet fakes actually attacked the president for thanking troops. For thanking troops. That is what they're attacking the president for. Both in Normandy, this happened, and again in Italy. And I think that it tells you everything that we need to know about how desperate Republicans are here. And instead of talking about the president's performance in office, and what I mean by that is his legislative wins, what he's been able to do for the American people across the country, we're seeing these deep fakes, these manipulated videos. And it is, again, done in bad faith.
None of these videos are deep fakes. None of these videos are lies. Clearly now we are living in Brave New World, 1984, Fahrenheit 451. Some big brain idiot decided to staple those 3 books together and say, hey, that sounds like a perfect way in order for information and a populace to be controlled. Yes, this is a perfect system. Don't question what you see with your eyes. Don't question the fact that an old man is looking lost on the stage. I mean, look, everybody's talking about it. Do Dissidents, RBN, Jimmy Dore, but everybody on the left and the right, corporate media too. Like we cannot deny the fact that there's something wrong with Biden. These are not deep fake videos. Is every single video now of Joe Biden speaking to the public now going to be viewed as a deep fake? Is this the world we're in? And when I say, hey, beware of the censorship, it's going to get worse, this looks like it. Well, oh, you're showing Biden looking confused on a stage. Oh, this video's got to be taken down. Oh, Biden's doing this. Like he's going, I'm at this community center, but oh, wait, wrong community center. Is that now a deep fake? The truth is now being viewed as a lie, and the lies are now being accepted as the truth. And again, corporate media and the two-party system they're probably wondering privately in their own moments, gee, how come people don't like us or trust us anymore? It's because we know you're lying to us. And what have I said about a lie? You could tell a really good lie for quite some time, but it all falls apart. But you want to know what also falls apart too? Bad lies. Everybody on social media sees Biden for the frail old man that he is. I mean, sometimes I occasionally get videos or comments from a lot of liberals who say, oh, how dare you say this about Biden? Biden's sharp. He knows what's going on. Really? Really? Everything that's out there. I know a lot of people suffer from Trump derangement syndrome, but you know things are getting crazier when even Fat Tony himself, that's right, Cenk Uygur, Democrats like MAGA in authoritarian denial of Biden's terrible shape, because Fat Tony was on Piers Morgan's show. And speaking to journalist Piers Morgan as part of a panel on Monday night's Piers Morgan Uncensored, Fat Tony, Cenk Uygur, called the Democratic Party to pull the Mad King Biden from the ticket if they want to beat former President Donald Trump in November. Well, gee, Cenk, I remember in 2020 when you told all of us that we have to vote for Biden. Gee, Cenk, I remember you saying way back in 2021 how we had to keep our powder dry and make sure Nancy becomes Speaker of the House because we don't want McCarthy to become Speaker of the... Oh, wait, that happened. And it wasn't the end. It's so interesting now seeing the, professional managerial class, the quote-unquote people who told us, oh, we got to vote for Biden, hold his feet to the fire. Hey, to all those larger platforms. So when are you going to get over yourselves? When are you going to actually give us an apology? Because in 2020, I remember a vast majority of these larger platforms like TYT and Secular Talk, David Beckman and Majority Report, all of them saying, oh, we got to vote for Biden. We got to vote for Biden. We got to vote for Biden. How's that working out now? What's it like knowing that you helped and contribute to the fact that we got a senile old man? And now what? It's like, we didn't know that Biden was this mentally incompetent. The outburst came during an already heated exchange as progressive, air quote, and MSNBC contributor Brian Tyler Colin defended Biden's mental acuity and age, instead blaming the media's incessant focus on the subject. How? Cohen argued the reason that this is such a top of the mind issue is because we have media like this right now, like Fox News in the United States, like Newsmax and OWN, who are perpetrating this idea relentlessly. It's used as a distraction, not to talk about its accomplishments. But let's talk about its accomplishments, shall we? Let's go and play this video for all you lovely, beautiful people. Oops. And I guess it's not working. I will go ahead and try and see if we could pull up this video here. No, not you, Fat Tony. Jesus Christ, I don't want to see your video. All right. Well, nonetheless, I guess the video wasn't working. I'll have to find that. Thought I had it on point. But nonetheless, here they all are. You know, when you have Cenk Uygur screaming, saying, oh, Biden's not mentally competent. He's not all there. Who would ever have that on their bingo card? And it's a way to stay relevant because a lot of people right now have to come to terms with the fact that, yes, they helped support a crazy old man become president. And now the Democrats, vote blue no matter who, and corporate media are trying to present this myth that Biden is there. But look, again, here's from the Hill. Cheap fake Biden videos burst into national spotlight. White House officials are aggressively pushing back against a wave of cheap fake videos that purportedly show President Biden being confused or meandering, and which question his mental and physical fitness ahead of the election. The rise of videos which do not use artificial intelligence, AI, but are cropped or edited in a way that is misleading marks the latest instance of how technology may be used deceptively during the 2024 campaign. These videos are not being used deceptively. These videos are not showing, they're showing the full story. They're showing the full story of Biden not being there. They showed a full story of Biden looking confused. How are we supposed to argue with the fact that Biden is on a decline? Democrats, you're living in your own reality. And, for a long time, we've seen a lot of you vote blue no matter who people talk down to Trump supporters or third-party supporters. But I think it's now long overdue that we talk down to you, that we speak down to you. Because you live in your own reality. You are refusing to admit to the fact that Biden is not the great wise man that you make him out to be. And let's be very clear here. Medically, like as soon as you pass your early 80s, your body is on a swift decline. Your body's going to fall apart. I was watching Due Dissidence yesterday, and what I remember what Russell was saying, eventually, the body, like a car, it starts falling apart, And Biden's brain is falling apart. He's not there. Can you imagine him winning the election? Should he serve his 4 terms, he'll be the oldest sitting president in U.S. history at 86 years old. That's how old he'll be at the end of his second term, 86. Are we 100% certain that he's going to be all there? I have zero confidence in Biden's ability to be a leader, to be effective, and not to mention, look, in just a few days, that debate between Biden and Trump is going to happen. So I want to have democracy in the chat. As more videos start showing Biden being senile and confused, as more videos start showing Biden looking like he's lost, as of course the corporate media and Democratic Party will do everything they can to prevent Biden from being on camera. Folks, do you think that there's going to be a debate at the end of this month between Trump and Biden? Type 5 for yes, Kit, there's going to be a debate. A type 6, nope, something's going to happen to where they got to cancel it at the last minute. That debate's not going to happen. There's too much at risk. I wonder how many 5s or 6s we're going to have in the chat. I'll give you guys that final moment, that final question. I, for one, think that's not going to happen. If it does, I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised how long Biden can keep his facade going on until he starts looking truly confused.